Doesn't mean it has to be your last Scotch. It just means our last Scotch of the episode.
Last Scotch on the show.
A Tullibardine.
Oh.
It's a 10-year-old. It's a beautiful, the Sovereign independent bottler, 58.6%. And I believe you will find the funk here. I don't want to lead the witness, but you will find the funk here.
There will be
hogshead. Cask strength.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the funk is there.
I don't know. Maybe my palate's growing up. What I think I would have found funky 5-6 years ago, I'm not finding this nearly as funky as my nostalgia of some of my first Scotch experiences. I drink the crap out of this stuff. This isn't.
Well, clearly I have drunk the hell out of this thing. I'm always happy coming back.
A lot of money here. I'm gonna have to go expand my my cabinet.
If
well,
you need
I'll
some
shoot
advice,
you a note
we
of,
can. Yeah.
Sorry. What's that, Joseph?
No, I think Andrew's the person to talk to. Like, you know, there's some really good recommendations like through K&L you can get like in town, and not incredibly expensive. Like there's stuff that's, you know, reasonably priced, and they have good deals.
And they get a lot of you know, Sovereign and old malt cask and old particular bottlings, independent bottlers that just have single cask expressions of all these distilleries. And often, like Tullibardine, no one's ever heard of it. So this thing was reasonably priced. And after I had the first sip of the first bottle, I bought another one, so I got one in reserve. So,
hey, Joseph, that's a good thing because we make board games and margins. We're not video game makers.
Yeah, and it's a challenging time right now. Yeah,
we joke quite often, even when times are good, that nobody in board games is driving Lamborghinis. That's
yeah. This has been challenging. Like for Postcard Galactic, I still haven't printed it yet because my printer closed. Like for the, you know, so I'm kind of like looking for, like, everything's done, but I'm just.
Okay. Wow.
This makes me so happy.
Yeah. I believe that one has a second, third, and fourth level.
Yeah.
There's multiple levels there. The elevator keeps going up.
That's not a trilogy. That's like 7 books, and they're all good.
And luckily for them, they didn't turn it into The Hobbit and try to make it into multiple. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
a great journey.
Let's do it again.
Oh boy. And Tullibardine, like, again, it's one of those distilleries that I just had never heard of until we tasted this cask bottling. And yeah, you could become a fan so quickly of these distilleries.
This is my favorite from today, easily, hands down.
I kind of
so good.
Wow, that after my second, it's hot. That 50, what is it? 58,
58.3. Yeah,
light your fire, kids.
58.6. Sorry.
That'll crank your tractor. That'll
So
blow your bulldozer, whatever you're into.
Clean out your pipe system. That'll lubricate your grease axle. Yeah,
I'm gonna science it.
Oh boy!
Wow, that's a bold.
Soon.
This is wow.
He's got more. He's got more. Oh my!
Well, y'all haven't got any of the redneck science. That sounds like a really good YouTube series. The redneck science.
Oh, that'd be a great YouTube series. I'd be surprised if it didn't actually exist.
I was just thinking the same thing.
There's a really pretty famous YouTuber who's the redneck liberal. You need to go look him up. He is. It's real good to hear somebody.
Like you could do well, sorry.
No, do it.
Go.
Say it.
You say it.
I don't even know what happened now. I'm preparing to science.
All right, let's experience James sciencing.
I've got my beaker. Okay. Well, it is a little less in the nose. Feels similar.
Which is often surprising because water should open the nose more, not give you less of a nose, but I find it does knock the nose down sometimes.
Sometimes it does, yeah.
Ooh, I think I think the science, the water, it really just, it knocked down the heat a bit, and it really brought the flavor palette to the surface. I think I like that better with the water, just because again, sometimes the heat is so overwhelming, especially on the hot ones, that it really masks, for me, mask a lot of the flavors, and that really just melded everything and brought all those nice flavors right to the surface.
Yeah, I don't think I would normally science this, but based on your recommendation, I'm going to science it.
I'm gonna try it.
Do it. See if you can confirm. Now, one of the things I actually read not too long ago, it was really interesting, because I was like, why do my kids not like stuff that tastes good? You know, like, what the hell is actually going on here? We don't try to make them eat bullshit. We give them things that taste good. And it's, you know, the scientific articles that I found talked about that the flavor palette on people's tongues are it was like 700% more unique than our thumbprints. And so that's like, it was talking about like, it should be surprising that you like something versus someone who doesn't, and how that we experience things much differently through taste.
It's subjective.
Yeah.
For sure.
Science.
Yeah. And like,
yeah, the nose, the nose is not remarkable.
Right.
Yeah, man. But the flavor, it's softer.
Yeah.
It's gentler in a good way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but you still get all of it. And I think you actually access more. Oh, nice.
Yeah, there's like more tiny little beats in there. Like it draws it out. Yeah.
Glad y'all saw it my way.
We would say if we didn't. We have before.
I had that feeling. I had that feeling.
We're not shy.
As you said, we all have different thumbprints on our tongues.
For sure. If we all had the same, that'd be boring.
It'd be boring. You know what's weird? Like when I was a kid, I loved Brussels sprouts and broccoli. Like I loved those.
I love broccoli. Brussels sprouts I can't get behind when I was a kid. Now, absolutely.
I've always loved Brussels sprouts. Always. Yeah.
That was a punishment for me.
That was punishment.
Brussels sprouts? Absolutely.
Well, I mean, it was more torture for your parents to make you try to eat those if you didn't like
They didn't have to cook them. That's all I'm saying.
I'm gonna put this bottle with my special scotches. That
Oh.
because that
going into extra innings.
New collection.
Ooh.
Oh, you are too.
Nice.
I'm sorry, I didn't prepare y'all for this.
Oh yeah, you could have put something in a sample bottle when I dropped it off this morning.
I do want to try this the Four Roses select now. Yeah,
I can pass that along to Andrew.
Okay, yeah. If you want to fill up a little sample bottle for me and Joseph, I can pass.
I don't have any fancy bottles, but I'll figure something out. I got
just
mason jars because I'm from Alabama.
Use the bottles we give you.
Yeah, rinse those and put something.
Or I
in
got
there.
mason jars.
A little bit. Or if that's more authentic, we'll take it.
RTR.
Yeah.
Well, this is way too fancy for redneck drinking. Be honest, they would never give $60-$70 for a bottle of booze.
I love that you can buy like brand level moonshine in mason jars, like with like flavors
marketing.
To. Yeah,
it's all marketing.
It's totally marketing.
I've had real moonshine. I'm sure y'all have too. It is not enjoyable. There's nothing enjoyable about moonshine.
Yeah. It's like punching yourself in the face.
Yeah.
Wow. After you've drank 5 different scotches and then you get a big whiff of a bourbon, that just smells like syrup.
Yeah. Sweet. Mm-hmm.
almost bad. It's almost like eating cake.
But once you have a sip or two and you rinse your mouth, it's gonna be fine. You're gonna be happy.
Sure. No, it's just it's way different. Like we were driving down this lane.
Yeah.
It was Autobahn, and we were going real fast.
You did 90 degrees doing 110.
You should, you know what? You should take a tiny sip of the banknote to like reset. Is what you should do, and then go to that because the banknote you'll be like is
Yeah. You just drink out of the bottle.
It's like starting over again.
I filled up my good glass though.
What's the percentage of the Four Roses?
52.
52. Okay. Well, yeah, it has a fighting chance, but yeah, you're going to need to. The banknote will help you reset. Just rinse your mouth. Yeah,
I've had this, and then there was a Heaven Hill Bottle and Bond that was I really enjoyed. That was good, and then like I said, I would have to grab it because I can't pronounce or remember any of the Japanese names on the Japanese whiskeys and bourbons, but they've been there's a certain distiller there that's been really pumping out some really good stuff over the last 5-6 years, winning a lot of the awards.
There's a number.
I'll grab the bottle in a second when y'all can cover for me as a dip away again.
Yeah. And it is.
Yeah, we haven't
hot
gotten
octane.
into
show.
like the Japanese whiskeys yet. So, but
This is
We've had a
where
lot.
the fun portion of the show where we get James to pronounce Japanese names of things.
All right, give it a
Kayo.
shot.
It's Kayo.
Thank you. But it's a Japanese Mizunuara. Mizunuara.
Perfect.
Let me see it. I
Mizu-
took 2 years of Japanese in college.
Mizunara. I'm gonna go final answer. Mizunara, and then you can confirm.
Nara Oak.
Mizunara. Yeah, Mizunara.
Yeah, it took me a minute, but I got there. Oak, and this thing is oaky and smoky. It's way there.
I had a Japanese whiskey that was finished in cedar, which is
that's interesting.
way unusual. And I'm going to try and get a bottle, and we can try it on the show at some point once we finish our tour of Scotland.
Yeah, that will be
in 12
interesting.
years.
12 years.
There's a lot of 128 distilleries on the Scotch whiskey experience map. So
You might want to just cross them out as we go.
nah, I don't want to harm
you don't
that
deface it.
perfect map. Yeah. James, I have a question for you.
Sure, what's that?
So we've had some pretty good whiskeys here today. I was wondering, do you like whiskey?
That's a great question. I fucking
Love whiskey.
We nailed it.